good? What's popping, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. We got something to get into. We're gonna get into it. If you would like to donate to the channel, it is Lily Meesh on Cash App. If you would like to, if not, keep the views coming and likes coming as well. So let's get into this tea that is very, very interesting. All right, if you guys know the Steve Harvey morning show, it's been around for a very long time. So, as you guys know, Shirley Strawberry had calls got recorded with her estranged husband, Ernesto. Now, if you guys don't know, Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto been, married for a while after he got in the hookup with some charges that are now coming to light, and phone calls are being leaked, and there are some cheating and other things, and him being doing some very interesting things while he's in Fulton County Jail. Okay, well, Shirley Strawberry decided to now come out. Now, as she had that conversation with her now estranged husband, she did mention something about Steve Harvey and Marjorie, and basically said that Marjorie treats them like they are the help. Okay, exactly what she said, and it came out. Now, I can ask the person who have the phone calls to post them. That's why I have not posted them yet in the video. I will ask another blogger for the permission, and I will post them if you guys would like me to. So comment if you would like me to, and if you would not, and we can get more into this. So Ernesto really had Shirley, in a lot of things. He's had, Shirley Strawberry came out and said that she had to live with people, had her car towed at the hair salon, had to give up her ring, and all of that was in the phone call. We're going to get into that. But it's very interesting, after all this time that people been writing to her for advice, and then this happened. But here's a clip of what she had to say in the apology that she gave to Steve Harvey, her peers, and his wife.
Between he and I were leaked. And on those calls, you hear me saying you were winded going up the stairs at your home. And Marjorie looks at us as the help. And right here and now, I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. As much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. I can't. I said it. And, I want to apologize. It was definitely not me trying to add to what you and Marjorie already have going on in your lives right now. But the fact that these tapes were released, it does seem like everyone is coming for you, I should say, at this time, including me. But in reality, the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie have going on. It was just me running my mouth in a private conversation, or what I thought was a private conversation. And again, I apologize. I feel terrible. I make no excuses. I said what I said, and there's no denying it. There's no taking it back. Back then, when the phone calls happened, I was trying to stand by my man, be supportive wife. I've been married to this man for 8 years. I had no idea that all this was going on with him. I had no idea. And the charges that he's facing are horrific. They are really bad. I for sure did not want your name mentioned in any kind of way associated with my mess. So I had to call you. I had to tell you it was a hard call for me to make. But I called you. And I want to clear something up, Steve. You did not introduce me to him. I met him through a friend. I should say an ex-friend now. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I had to tell you he was in jail. It was going to come out. I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. I wanted you to hear it from me, because I knew once the police and everyone, got involved, and they were already involved, and they found out who his wife was and who she worked with and all of that, and that's you, Steve Harvey, it would become, a real big story, because it's your name. And like I told you, Steve, when I called you, I didn't want to call you. I mean, I was embarrassed. I was hurt. I felt so stupid, and, I felt betrayed, humiliated. It was just terrible. I mean, I kept saying to myself, how is this my life? Police and jail and all of this. it was just something that I didn't, I'd never experienced anything like this. The police came, they took my car. I was at the salon getting my hair done. They rolled up, took my car. I had to have my stylist take me home. I had to move in with friends. I lost my house. I lost everything. Oh, and I have to tell you this too. Like on the day, July 4th, we were having dinner with friends and we were going to watch the fireworks after that. And so the fireworks didn't happen that night because it was like a terrible, terrible storm. So the fireworks got canceled. And when I look back, I see now that that was kind of a metaphor for what was about to happen in my life. The thunderstorms were coming. They were coming. The next day was the last time I saw him. He was arrested the very, very next day. I didn't even know he was arrested. I couldn't get in touch with him. I got a call from the jail and, I didn't answer it because like, who would be calling me from jail? I looked at my phone like, jail? Where'd this call? It just didn't compute. So I just ignored it. But he got word to me through one of his friends. They texted me that he was at Fulton County Jail. So the next time he called, I picked up, and that was him that had called earlier from jail. And he told me what happened. I thought he would be getting out in a couple of days because that's what he told me. But of course, here we are a year later, those days turned into weeks, the weeks turned into months. And like I said, I don't, this is just on and on. Every day it's just something. And my life has just been a nightmare ever since. And it's still going on, Steve. I mean, I had no idea that those tapes would be released to the world. I knew that they were being recorded, but I didn't know that they were going to go out to the world. I mean, I was just trying to make conversation with him, trying to, just get him to think about something other than where he was. I was telling him about my day, this particular day, and that was the day we were talking about, on the phone when I said those things about you and the things that you heard and the world heard. And cut to today, I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. Divorce proceedings are underway. And Steve, at this point, all I could say is what I have is my faith. If it wasn't for God, I probably would have, lost my mind or something in this instance. People don't see what happens when these mics go off. Who wants their personal stuff, their private conversations to go out to public? No one wants that. I mean, what could I say to you after this, happened? I was devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. I mean, I thought of everything, I could lose my job. How could I face you? Everything, what I'm going through is what I'm going through. And I've been going through it for over a year. I just haven't spoken about it. Then on top of all that, these tapes come out and, I'm talking about you and Marjorie, and you guys are going through your own private hell right now. You didn't need me to contribute to anything, and I thought back, because I knew I had to say something, speak on. You created this term years ago in Los Angeles called reality radio. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is about as real as it gets, Sure. And the reason I'm here before you now, I wanted to say it live on the radio, is because your name is in it. We've been friends for a long time, Steve, and these jail calls were made public, and I wanted to give you and Marjorie a public apology and to ask for your forgiveness publicly. I just wanted to have a real moment with you. And, I have to tell you, I've been coming to work every day because, it's my only safe haven right now. It gave me a place where I could still be myself and forget my troubles for a little while, and just, do my job. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, of course, Steve, Tommy, Junior, and of course, my girl Carla, for the space and the grace that you guys have shown me. This is a very difficult time in my life, is if you can imagine. I love you guys. We're family, and I think about it. Then on top of all that, these tapes come out, and I'm talking about you and Marjorie, and you guys are going through your own private hell right now. You didn't need me to contribute to anything, and I thought back, because I knew I had to say something, speak on. You created this term years ago in Los Angeles called reality radio. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is about as real as it gets, Sure. And the reason I'm here before you now, I wanted to say it live on the radio, is because your name is in it. We've been friends for a long time, Steve, and these jail calls were made public, and I wanted to give you and Marjorie a public apology and to ask for your forgiveness publicly. I just wanted to have a real moment with you. And, I have to tell you, I've been coming to work every day because, it's my only safe haven right now. It gave me a place where I could still be myself and forget my troubles for a little while, and just, do my job. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, of course, Steve, Tommy, Junior, and of course, my girl Carla, for the space and the grace that you guys have shown me. This is a very difficult time.
And I said it's on site for that tea. So now after all of that, and even though she brought up, because it was a morning show that they had the strawberry letter, and he was basically saying he didn't know, he joke all the time about the strawberry letter and how he might have his own, story behind it, right? Well, now he does. And not just Shirley Strawberry had their own story. He had one because after the allegations that came out about him and his wife. And I'm going to say something after we get into this clip, because it's something he said about black media and how he said he's a media outlet. I just want to kind of piggyback, but here's a clip, y'all.
Girl, we're talking about she was in my other marriage and ruined it. She didn't. My marriage, I got divorced in 2005. But in 2005, let me hip you to something. I had nothing. I lost the radio show we were on in LA on March 23rd, and I lost the only TV show I had May 10th. May 23rd, I lost the radio show, and May 10th, I lost the TV show. Steve Harvey had no money. Out with Marjorie again, New Year's Eve, met her, talked to her. She was with her kids in Hawaii. We got together in 2006. We had nothing. When I asked her to marry me at the end of 2006, and then she said she wanted to get married in 2007, I told her too soon. I got to get some stuff together. We got married in 2007. Do you know what I was doing in 2007? Nothing. We had four stations in 2005. 4. We built this. All of us built this. We had 4 stations. We turned this into something. But that woman got down in that foxhole with me and turned this into something. In 2007, we got married. In 2008, we found out that somebody had stolen 7 years of my tax returns. I ain't gonna mention no names. And we owed the government $22 million and we in debt. But then guess what? She stayed with me in that. Then guess what? In 2009, I got Family Feud. In 2009, the book came out. In 2012, the talk show came out. I'm telling you, this woman got in the hole and built this with me. She didn't steal nothing. And I'm tired of y'all talking about my girl, because my girl is one of the best women I've ever met. And why you black ass people out there like you just gonna destroy somebody, I don't really know what that's about. But don't worry about it, because it ain't working. Because all we are now, we are a tighter two-handed circle. Thank you for doing that. And you're not gonna split us up. And we're not going nowhere. And she is none of what she said she is. And she the best chick I know.
Okay, this might be a little longer, but we're gonna get into it. My first thing on Shirley Strawberry, I feel like when she had them conversations in Pillow Talk with her husband, because that was her husband, as she should, I feel like When he find out, because they say this happened last year, y'all. FYI, this was all done last year. Everything came out last year and everybody knew about it. I feel like, he felt like, okay, we're getting a divorce. This divorce is going to be nasty. It's going to be public. I'm going to come out with my own tea. This is allegedly. Now, this is how I feel, because he's already feeling like he lost everything. She's leaving him, allegedly, and that basically he wants to sit here and start mess, allegedly. Because if this happened last year, she was riding with you, allegedly, then you could sit here and say, oh, we ain't got to come back out with all of this, allegedly. But allegedly, you decided to sit here and do what you did. You paid them, did whatever you had to do, and like Steve Harvey said, that's what you did because it makes sense. Now to Steve Harvey in the black media thing. Black media right now is the biggest force. It's already hard enough for us to come out and grow. We already seen people that was growing with the court cases got thrown out at the court case because the other media outlets, and Steve Harvey, you're black media outlets. You talk about the same things that we talk about. You just don't go into detail and go into depth with it. But understand where you're coming from, because you're right. That's your marriage. Black media did not link it first. The media outlet named TMZ leaked that information. Black media just took it. Not all black media took it, because all black media was like, wait a minute, we've learned from other things, not to say and not to do. Not all black media bash. This is not a Tasha K. Love Tasha K, but this is not a Tasha K segment. Anybody else? That's just who she is. But all black media does not beef or do anything to bash anybody. She say her opinion, she go erratic, that gets her views, and it is what it is. Has she learned from what she did? She's starting to. She's getting better. But you can't sit here and say all black media is at fault for it, because media outlet TMZ, you are a black media outlet. You are who black media really have looked to over the years. So don't put it on just black media people. All CNN, all these other folks did that before black media even touched it. So that's something you got to go about to the media outlet, not the black media. But he does have the right to defend his relationship, and he's right to defend his marriage. I'm glad that he came out finally and said it. We've been waiting for years for him to say something. I mean, let's be honest. But black media has done a lot and covered a lot that big media outlets really didn't go into depth and get a chance to cover, because they had a lot to cover. So please don't go down on all black media, because all of us as of black media is really having a hard time pushing for black people. That's all I got to say about that part. But I'm going to keep y'all updated on everything, because it's going to be a bigger poop show than this.
Repeat itself. Move it along, bring it across.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, what you think in the comment section. And I will see you guys later. Bye. Ooh.